show, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, man.
You were listening to the Off It Radio Show. We're here tonight with Mr. Luke Rockhold. I think he's ranked number 5 in the world in the UFC. Is that correct? We talking number 5?
Yeah, currently.
Okay, currently number 5, making his way up the ladder. And also here with his well-known brother, right? Mr. Matt Rockhold.
What were you ranked number 2 in the air circuit?
Were you number 2?
Number 2 photo slut of the
brotherly love right now? What's going on?
What year was that? Second to Kelly, right?
Can I let you guys know that what I used to do this guy?
I know.
What? Hey, Matt, how's things changed in your household? Not that he's living in your household anymore. How things have changed in your household with growing up? How things? Has it always been like this, or is it?
No.
Did you give him grief?
This is a new thing. I used to, torture him every chance I got.
You used to beat his ass until
I did. He'd like to test me, like every once in a while. He'd have to test our strengths, see where we stood, and yeah.
I love how he's just sitting over there, so
in his voice.
Hey, Luke.
Okay,
Luke,
did everything.
Look at him. He's just going, yeah, right, Matt.
I want to jump on it right now and just beat the shit out of him. Excuse me.
We're killing it tonight.
Yeah. Family.
I'll give him
family
credit.
show.
I remember getting squashed. I was wrestling in high school. I thought I was getting tough, and he still had that man strength. And I shot in on a double leg.
That's what he likes to call it.
Pancaked me. But I think we all know who got the better of that on a Cinco de Mayo at the harbor a couple years, maybe like 10 years back.
How big was it?
How was that next morning?
Like 5,
and that's when it all changed right there that night.
How was that next morning for you, brother?
Okay, Matt, what happened that day?
Well,
Harbor Mouth?
No. It was Cinco de Mayo.
We were down at the harbor.
Yeah, at the Palomar.
Palomar. Cinco de Mayo.
Was that when we played Leo for that game, or was it not?
I think we might have actually played Leo earlier than and led on to the night. Okay. And Leo, owns the place, and so he's, pulling out tequila shots. He's pulling out 1942 from the top and pouring them up, and rubbing our money in our face, and so we had a good night, and he hadn't really I was coming up, so he wanted to challenge me. He gets that little liquid confidence.
No.
So we get out, and he starts snapping my head down, like tugging on my head right when we get out of the bar, and then I come up under and I double leg him. I pick him up over my head. I'm like, oh, you see that? Kind of just showing him. I didn't really just joking around, and I set him down. Nicely.
Keep in mind, this is his side of the story.
He was so fired up. He turns around and tackles me into the sand, and from then on, it was a
mutual respect.
It was a little bit one-sided, I'd have to say. The family, the friends were freaking out. And he kept coming for more, and I was,
Okay, on a more serious note, Luke, what's the best piece of advice you got from your brother Matt?
Best piece of advice from my brother Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, I've looked up to, seriously now, I've looked up to him for a long time, and I admire the way he's carried himself in his career versus, obviously everybody else in this town. If you see what he's done with his career versus everybody else, it's it speaks volumes, and he's kept his goals in line and his head straight and stayed humble, and I've respected that, and I've tried to follow as well as I can, I guess.
Man, I'm going to tear up right now.
Oh, brothers. I love it. But that day, you showed him your man strength.
Yep.
That day, he kept coming for more, and there was one throw after another, and I just kind of let him back up, and then, let him talk about the morning. How
Matt,
it worked out.
It was Matt, like a tiger just playing with like a fly or something.
Yeah, I could see
I
that.
didn't walk for like a month. Chiropractor. Sand in my ears, sand in my eyes. Yeah.
Best day surfing you, the brother was?
With my brother?
Yep. Best day surfing with your bro.
I don't think I could, count just one.
Been a lot?
But I'd say it's, obviously either...
Is there a spot you guys like to surf together? A special spot? It's kind of like...
In the Midtown, for sure. Either
the Mo's their spot.
Santa Maria's, for
We've
sure.
had some amazing days out there,
Wedges.
no doubt.
Okay. TC, what do you got over
Well,
there?
I heard you guys talking about an Anyo Day one time or something. You went together.
Anyo Day was pretty epic. That's what I was gonna say. We had this one day at Anyo. It was pretty insane.
That was a story I heard you guys talk about. Matt, I wanted to talk about what's going on with surfboards. I know you are affiliated with Surf Tech still, correct?
Yep.
And what's your position at Surf Tech?
Pretty much, I'm the NorCal rep, and I obviously have my board through them still. So, team rider / ambassador type thing.
And what's new from those guys? Like the world of a molded surfboards. What's next?
They got some insane technology coming out. They got the TLPC. They got new CIs, Xanadu's, Simon Anderson's, Rusty's. I mean, dude, unbelievable. I mean, it's a night and day from the old technology, and they got some new stuff coming out. The new Ultra Flex, which is just insane.
And that's a lot of the talk with those boards have been they were too stiff, and the flexes they're softening them up a little bit.
It's unbelievable, yeah. The flex pattern's different, the construction's different, and I mean, more brands, more opportunities. It's unbelievable.
This portion of the show is brought to you by our title sponsor, being Drug Free Solution. Offers a solution for heroin opiate addicts. Their detox method is an app. Takes only 3 days, TC. You know that? You can then move on to the 9-month home program to cleanse addiction from your life, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Maybe Vitor should check this out.
I was going to say, is it in Portuguese?
Maybe Vitor should be doing this. Hey, Vitor.
Attack the whole culture.
Hey,
Come on.
Hey, Vitor. Learn more at drugfreesolution.com. This is the Off the Lip radio show on KSCO. We are broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. Be right back. Thinking of a vacation in Santa Cruz? Then contact Beach Nest Vacation Rentals at 831-722-0888 to make your reservation. The very best local vacation management company with their staff will take care of the tiniest of details to better your memorable Monterey Bay holiday. They are pet-friendly with a choice of homes on or close to the beach in Santa Cruz and the Central Coast. For further information, go to beachnest.com or follow them on Facebook.
Aloha Island Grill, corner Portola Drive and 17th Avenue, featuring mouth-watering plate lunch. We're proud to celebrate 10 years of serving the Santa Cruz community. And we'd like to send a shout-out to Neil and TC for doing a great job for over a year here with their Off the Lip radio show. We're open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Visit us on the web at alohaislandgrill.com. Like us on Facebook. For to-go orders, call 479-3299. Congratulations once again to Neil and TC for 1 year on the air. Aloha Island Grill is a proud member of Think Local First.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Hi, this is Steve Pereira, the beach guy at Bailey Properties in Santa Cruz, California. If you're looking for a beach home or a coastal property, give us a call at 831-818-7064, or you can call my wife Diane at 831-818-5939, or drop in on our website at lifesabeach.com and check out all the inventory in all price ranges. We've been selling beach properties since 1982. We're here to help you. Give us a call today.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
And we are back with the Off the Lip radio show on KSCO. If you want to call in tonight, we take your phone calls. We'd be happy to invite you to call. Phone number is 831-479-1080. And this portion of the show is our trivia portion, brought to you by Sand Dollar Ding Repair. Not Felix. I'm not talking Felix.
No.
No. He said we can't talk about him. We got to talk about his business.
I love Felix.
We all love
Who
Felix.
loves
But
Felix?
what we want to talk about, hold it, you guys. We want to
beard?
talk about that Sand Dollar Ding Repair does the best ding repair, period.
They actually do.
Yes.
Man, what do you think about Felix's work?
I love Felix, dude. Felix,
He's loved.
He is insane.
What do you think, Luke?
I can vouch
His
for that.
work
I've had a couple
is
boards
insane.
done by Felix, and
He's the man.
Solid work.
722-4060 for a case of Red Bull.
Yes.
Be the first caller. What's the question?
The question is, Luke's last fight,
April 2014.
he fought who? And he mopped him up.
Submitted. Submission.
So who did Luke mop up in his last
He was
fight?
submissive.
Luke actually farted in his face.
Oh, did he really?
831-479-1080. Who was Luke? What was Luke's last fight? Who did he defeat? Whose ass did he kick to go
Case
to
of Red Bull, courtesy of Red Bull, and thank you for that.
Yeah, and we'll get throwing some off the radio show stickers. Luke, who's the next fight? What do you got lined up?
Me tonight.
Yeah,
It's going down. I don't know, man. We I'm in a weird spot in the division. All the top contenders are locked up, so I'm just kind of waiting for a fight to materialize.
Okay.
So my guess is Vitor falls out of the fight, and I'll probably jump in for the title shot, or as a co-main event, number one contender fight with the winner of Jacare Mousasi that night. So
How long could it-
December
how long-
6th is their title fight, so I believe I'll probably get a co-main event that night.
which night is that? When is that?
December 6th is
Okay.
the Weidman supposedly Vitor title shot.
So is that what you're going to start training towards, or are you just maintaining your training right now on a quiet level?
Yeah, I'm quietly training and getting back in shape. I've had
Some Pinot-
I've had
Pinot
I've had a nice tour. And,
You were at Brazil at the World Cup. You had a nice tour.
Brazil, Ibiza, Berlin. Now now tomorrow actually I'm going to Singapore, but I'm gonna go train. This is a training trip, and then the UFC is sending me out to Hong Kong for a couple days for PR, and then we're going to Macau where we're having the fight. So I'm doing a lot of PR out there for the fight, and then I'm gonna go to fucking Fuzza,
That's
Fuzza.
like hand or something.
and then I'm going to Thailand. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try to train the whole time though.
So I see on Facebook, everyone's looking. You see him on social media, having a great time.
Well, no, I saw you today. It looked like you were in the gym today.
Is it easy to keep? Is it easy to keep your focus?
Yeah.
How easy is it to keep your focus?
When I'm home,
Yeah.
it's easy to keep my focus.
Who does that? Just yourself?
Yeah, it's myself.
When Luke wants to do something, he's going to do it really good.
No,
Is that-
the thing is, it's like
But-
with me, if I have a fight,
If he doesn't.
there's nothing that stops me from like training for that. I'm gonna go completely celibate and sober.
Okay.
Hold everything.
Your nose just hit me. Your nose just hit me in the head.
Only it's the sober parts, correct?
That's 12. That's training too, though.
Yeah.
Moderation.
So no, I'm gonna I completely I definitely do not mess around when I have a fight. If something's scheduled, it's so much motivation for me because you feel like some guy this, and then you have a certain guy. You have a man that's like trying to take everything from you,
Right.
everything you worked for your whole life. So
Right.
it's a lot of motivation to train and to stay clean and to stay focused. And so I'm searching for that opponent, for that guy, and for the right fight.
Okay.
Hopefully the title. That's what I want.
We want you to get that. So Matt, you're searching for fish, right?
Oh, man.
Is that what you're searching for? Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
What's going on with the surf career? You still with O'Neill? What's going on with O'Neill?
O'Neill.
What's going on with
O'Neill
that?
Wetsuits, O'Neill Surf Shop, Surf Tech. Got the my model through those guys.
Are you
Got my
are you
tail pad through Famous?
Are you
still.
working with the O'Neill's the kids surf team at all?
No. I'm actually Rat does that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the team manager. But just still enjoying surfing and mentoring the kids and giving them something to look up to and fishing every day.
Tell us about. I want to hear about your new boat.
Well, I was fortunate enough to buy Randy French's boat, his Parker, and it's kind of a boat that I've been a commercial fisherman for over 12 years on my little tiny boat.
I know your boat well.
And I gotta love it if I'm fishing that thing every day. So this is a great opportunity for me to expand my fishing and make it a full-time job.
No, I'm proud of you. That boat's amazing.
Yeah, I love it, dude. It's a great opportunity. Randy, really, helped me out, and I'm psyched.
So I'm going to go back to surfing again. You have a long storied career in surfing.
Yeah.
What piece of advice would you give her? Are you coming to the tail end of your surfing career, or is it still happening? But apart from that, no, you're still happening. You're still a young lad.
Hey,
you're looking good too. You're looking buff.
I love it.
But
I'm
what piece
gonna
of
milk it to the bitter end.
Good.
Believe it.
You should. What piece of advice would you give a young man or woman up and coming who wants to make a career in surfing?
I just say work hard, and good things come to good people. Do the right thing and work your butt off, and it'll happen for sure.
Good advice.
Don't give up.
Not bad.
I tell everybody in the shop that Tony Hawk sucked the first time he stepped on a skateboard. And so you got to work hard. It takes practice, just like you fighting, Luke. You got to go to the gym. You got to practice. You got to want it. And
Definitely.
And who, Matt? Who, in your opinion, right now, besides taking Nat out of the equation, who's the boy right now?
You know what? My boys. I think Rhodey's the boy.
Rhodey.
Yeah. Adam, Mulks.
I love it. Staying.
Straight up.
And how about youngsters?
Youngsters. Jack Conti.
Yeah, little Jack Conti. Here, you might be listening right now too.
I'm claiming right now.
Good for you.
You're claiming Jack Conti?
I'm claiming Jack Conti is the next big thing. Believe it.
He's 10 years. He's 10 years old, right?
He's a little guy.
He came on the
That
show.
guy's-
He was,
he's 10 going on 20. That kid's so mature, and he rips. He's just a cool kid. If you talk to that kid,
Yeah, Jack's a good
it's
kid.
crazy, dude. He's an actor.
He just made the final of the Volcom contest in Morro Bay, I believe,
yeah.
a couple days ago.
Him and
Yeah,
his sister.
yeah, both
His
the family
sister,
affair.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Big Ray, proud papa right there.
I can't even believe it, dude. I used to work with Big Ray at the Crow's Nest. It was the heaviest thing ever, dude. We were like doormen at barbecues, dude, when I was like 18.
Good to hear, Jack. If he's listening, good job, Jack.
Yeah, straight up.
Look, he's still competing with Buell ping pong. How's that going?
I'll shut Beal down from time to time. He's doing some work with this company. He's actually out in Thailand right now, but when he comes back, I'll give him.
You know what's funny?
I'll refresh his mind a little bit.
They never invite me over.
We never
I don't
invited
invite
him
you
over.
over.
I used to spank
Wow,
his buns.
wow.
I used to
Wow.
spank his buns with a broken leg.
You did?
Straight up. Ask him.
I invite this guy over all the time. He's just, he doesn't really want to
He
step
doesn't
up to
want me
these
to beat
days.
him.
That might be a pay-per-view event right there.
I think we got to say happy birthday to one of our friends of the show, one of our guests, Dave Nelly Nelson. His birthday today.
Nellie's
Nizzy.
B-Day
Speaking of
today.
Nelly,
Nizzle
yeah,
Nell.
it's Nelly's birthday today. Speaking of Nelly, how about
Dude, I love Nelly.
has he waxed you at golf or you waxed him lately? He's talking a lot
Nelly
of smack
talks
when
a
it
lot.
comes
Nelly
to golf.
talks a lot, but he golfs more than he talks.
He does, doesn't he?
And he's got at least 14 holes in a week. I mean, 14 rounds in a week, not his holes.
Yeah, no, he's heavy.
What
Like
about
he literally golfs twice a day. Come
ping
on.
pong
It's
skills?
not even fair.
What about his ping pong skills?
Ping pong skills.
Ooh.
are weak.
Hey, you know what I've noticed with Nelly is his nature photography is on a tear right now. Some of his imagery has been amazing.
Unbelievable.
He's going full Birdo right now.
He is, yeah. He's going that direction.
Johnny
It's cool.
Roberto?
Yeah, his stuff.
Speaking of Birdo, now let me rattle off some other local names. Homer, Rocky, this was you. Rat Boy, Nat Young, Dollar, Nelly, Replogal, and Barney. Amazing photos of your surfer are for sale at Dogmatic Arts in Capitola. Stop and check out the art and say hi to Patrick, all at the Lighthouse Building in downtown Capitola. I went by the other day. Got some nice stuff. Got some great pictures of you, Rocky. Got
Well,
some
that's
great
crazy.
pictures of you.
Is that place in Capitola?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dogmatic
Gotta go by
Arts,
there
the
and check it
Lighthouse
out.
Building. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
very
nice
cool.
place. That's a really cool place.
TC, go ahead.
I wanted to ask Luke about the women, and it seems like the fighting is the awareness is growing, and I wanted to kind of get your take on that. If you're seeing that in the gym and what you see coming like down the road.
Yeah, they got the new women's division, the flyweight division, 115 pounders, I believe. It's growing. Ronda Rousey just building her star obviously creates a lot more awareness. She's just dominating the way she's doing it and getting in big movies like The Expendables and all that. Just it's popularizing the sport for the women, and I think that she's the main reason behind it. She's the driving force.
Someone told me, and I might be wrong, that she's like the biggest name right now in MMA. Is that possible? Like her
It's pretty possible. She's
is.
pretty.
It
She's
is,
pretty.
for sure.
She's pretty crazy. I mean, like with the Expendables movie, and her just dominating. I mean, there's just nobody for her. And she's that good. I mean, I wouldn't say the talent pool is huge right now, but she's so far above everybody else. I mean, she's an amazing athlete. She's a one of a kind.
the way she gets arm bars is I'm a fan of fighting, and she can just arm bar everybody. It's crazy.
Yeah, but now she's got confidence in her striking, and she's knocking out girls and tossing them the way she always does. So I mean, her last fight, she knocked the girl out with the right hand, knocked her out again, kind of woke her up with a knee right after that, threw her with a head and arm throw, like kind of put her back out again, and then woke her up and then put her back out with a couple schoolyard punches. It was like
Ragdoll.
It was so embarrassing, and I felt so sad for the other girl. I saw her the next night, and I was like, "You little." I was like,
Hey, when you fight,
don't you feel bad for you?
in your fight with Tim Bash, the last fight, when When did you know you were going to put him in that move? And I watched it today, and he was going to submit. How did you know it was over before?
When I locked it up, I knew I could finish it. And I knew I had it. It's a submission I do every day, and it's one of my favorite ones. So I was waiting for that opportunity.
Is there a name for it?
It's a reverse triangle. Reverse triangle Kimura. I mean, I like to call it the Rockhold.
It's the Rockhold.
Trademark.
It's now known as the Rockhold.
I literally no one else really does it. That's a funny thing. I've been doing it because I just have a different style of jiu-jitsu or
right.
Jiu-jitsu is what they call it, but I practice legitsu. So it's my style, and I have all.
See, once he fell into your hands, you knew it was over.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because I've been baiting. I have a lot of good wrestlers that shoot in on me, and I slide my leg under it, lock this weird triangle where I can. It's pretty cool because I can sit there and I can fart on their face, and then I just completely embarrass them.
Huh?
I don't want to really hurt my opponents, but if I can embarrass them, I mean that's up my alley.
No, man. As soon as you said I named it the Rockhold, I saw like a T-shirt line and a whole bunch of different stuff coming off of that.
I know these kids better watch it. I'm coming.
Man, what's up for you? What's up for you next? What's coming down the road?
Well,
do you guys think you can do something together down the road? I mean, you guys are two, excellent, wonderful athletes, and down the road, do you think you can be doing something together? A speaking career? We talked about that before. I could see you guys doing some speaking.
We got a little something. I got a little mini documentary with Vice coming up, and we're gonna get a little brotherly love in there.
We're gonna maybe do that together.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool deal.
We like to do stuff.
We'll get some
for
stuff.
sure.
Luke, what do you think? Once your career's over, I think you're the type of guy that's gonna know when it's gonna be over. I don't think you're gonna drag it on. What do you want to do when you grow up?
Take it easy.
It's like the third time he's wanted to get into an arm bar himself.
Take it easy.
Once the Rockhold's retired, what's Rockhold going to be doing?
I have some options, and some ideas, and so I'm just gonna focus on what I'm doing right now. I mean, for me, it's like I'm trying to be the best at what I'm doing, and so I don't want to spread myself too thin.
Right.
But I definitely keep those thoughts in the back of my mind, and I set myself up for the future. So I mean, I have things set. There's little roles and stuff like that I avoid. Ron Rousey's doing all these movies and stuff, and I have had opportunities to do things, and I don't really want to do them because it takes. I believe it takes away from what you're best at. And my goal right now is to better myself and be the best fighter in the world, and I'm right there. So
since your popularity has grown, have you had to say no a lot more times? Is it easy to say no? Is it easy to say no? You're like, oh, okay, I'll do that, and it just never seems to me like it'd be never ending.
Well, money talks, bull walks.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that brings up an interesting point because I wanted to ask you about sponsorship because I see these fighters and the banner unrolls on the cage and there's all these. Is that a lucrative part of fighting?
It's definitely can be a huge part of fighting, and you have the right manager and the right team behind you, and you're marketable. You get big money with sponsorships, and I've done really well for myself. I've got a great team behind me, and I do a lot better than most anybody out there. I just signed with Adidas.
That's what I was going to ask. Who your guys are?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm with Adidas now, and I got American Ethanol as huge sponsor, main sponsor for NASCAR. In Capital, Oak Grove's always been behind me. I got some huge, big corporate sponsors, and I'm in great hands.
Did you get that, or is that you have an agent who does that for you, or?
I have a couple various managers. I have 3 managers. So,
Matt, are you manager here, or what's your role? Are you just bro, or is it
moral support? I'm his I guess I kind of try to make him do the right thing.
Well, and you've been to fights, and I'm sure that having Luke, having him with you is good at the fights, huh? Bring a little home.
As long as he takes off his glasses, we're all good.
Him in Big Black.
Exactly. Oh my God, he walked in and I was already there because I had to do some media stuff, and he shows up, comes and sits by me. I'm like, really? You take those things off right now.
You're listening.
He's like, really cool. He's like, I forced him to take them off, and then Big Black comes back and sits right behind, literally right behind us. And I come back from I had to go do another little meetup. I come back and he's like, He's wearing his glasses right with Big Black, who's wearing his glasses. He's like, Big's wearing his glasses. I'm like, what? I'm like, come on, Big Black.
Big Black came and sat next to me, dude.
You are listening.
The only other guy wearing his shades. I was so pissed.
Can't get a word in here.
All right, Neil, it's all you. Go.
You are listening to the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO. We're here with the surfing brothers, known as the Rockhold brothers. Mr. Matt and Luke Rockhold. We're stoked to have them in the house tonight. We love having them on the show. A couple local guys. They left. It's just nice to have the local guys on the local show. We really appreciate them coming on and giving us their time. This portion of the show is brought to you by our friends at Free Line TC.
Nice.
When there, John Mellon goes, here, read this, Neil. They got a huge wetsuit sale starting August 23rd. They got new boards, a Hipto Crypto. What's that? They got the Hipto Crypto and new Superfish now in stock, according to Mel.
I like the word superfish.
With Brittany's restocked the whole store with back-to-school stuff for kids. So get in there, take your kids in there, all back-to-school stuff for the kids. But get your Hipto Crypto, Superfish, huge wetsuit sale starting August 23rd.
I think Matt were you with Mayday Mel today?
Hang on.
Mayday.
I talked to him today.
Oh, okay.
Mayday Mel.
All right.
We'll be right back after this very short break from our sponsors. Thank you.
Hey, this is Susie from Flip Flop Shop Santa Cruz with a special offer for the Off the Lip Radio Show listeners. Now through April 15th, get 10% off when you mention the Off the Lip Radio Show and how much you love Neil and TC. We've got some great new styles and brands for spring, Sanook being one of them, happy, friendly, and fun. Check it out. We've listened to our customers. You guys have asked for arch support sandals. We got them, Bionic. You've also asked for larger sizes, now carrying 17 and selected brands and styles. Protect yourself with Sunny Sunbum Sunscreen. Flip Flop Shop Santa Cruz. We are located 1528 Pacific Avenue, downtown Santa Cruz. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Hey, Off the Lip Radio, going nationwide. Neil, TC, I want to put my support out there for you guys, and thank you all for supporting People's Coffee. I'm Kurt, the owner here. We're on the corner of 17th and Bromer in Live Oak Plaza. Wow, we just made 7 years, so we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We put out an amazing cup of coffee. If you haven't been down to check us out, take a moment. We don't disappoint. We care about your happiness. People's Coffee, corner of 17th and Bromer. We will not let you down.
This is Brother Timmy.
And Cleo from Cleo's Corner at Pono Hawaiian Grill.
Featuring wraps, teriyaki bowls, plate lunches, amazing and creative salads, vegetarian and gluten-free options, and over 20 different types of poke, all made to order, fast, fresh, and healthy. And what's your favorite, Cleo?
The chicken fingers.
Located at 120 Union Street in downtown Santa Cruz. Call us for takeout at 831-426-PONO or check us out on the web at ponohawaiiangrill.com. We put the Ono in Pono.
It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Hi, this is Sherry from The Healthy Way, here with Neil from the Off the Lip Radio Show and the Our Local Sports Show, who successfully completed a weight loss program with us.
Yes, thank you, Sherry. I'm so stoked how I feel, how you and your staff helped me achieving my goal of losing 25 pounds. It truly was easy. And importantly, 3 months later, I'm still at my desired weight. I am feeling better, surfing better, and mention this KSCO ad for your free consultation with The Healthy Way.
Let us show you how you, too, can use our simple and easy program. Just give us a call at 831-462-5900 or take a look for yourself at thehealthyway.us or follow us on Facebook.
Hey, we're back.
And we're back with the Off the Radio Show, KSCO. We're here with the Rockhold brothers, Luke and Matt, talking a little surfing, talking some UFC, talking some fishing, talking some Mayday Mel.
Oh.
Is that his new name?
No.
We're on Instagram, tweeting, YouTube, what's the other one? Facebook. Yeah, that one.
Tune in radio still?
We're Timmy Brother.
Yeah, Timmy Brother.
We're Brother Timmy from Pono Hawaiian Grill.
Brother Tim.
Brother Tim, thank you for sponsoring the show. We really appreciate it. Along with Foodsmith, TC.
Yeah, good
Still
stuff.
$1.99. And it's weighing in at 199. Foodsmith's about sustainable results, both from a health and fitness physique standpoint, TC.
Good stuff.
It's great stuff. I had the chicken chili verde this morning. Oh, my God, it was so good.
I heard Rocky was talking about the tuna salad, or the chicken salad.
Really good.
Chicken salad's amazing.
Foodsmith will help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. It tastes great. No gimmicks, no fads, just high-quality, chef-driven gourmet meals right to your dinner table. Of course, all with organic, local ingredients, all crafted by local restaurateur Jamie Smith. myfoodsmith.com. Be kind to yourself, TC.
I love it.
Coming towards the end of the show.
Hey, Luke,
Where
is
we
there
going?
anyone else from this county that is like a reputable ranked fighter, or not ranked, but like competitive fighter?
We don't really have any local boys, but Gray Maynard recently moved here a couple of years ago, and he's got a fight. He actually went out and trained in Arizona for this fight camp, but he's got a fight this Saturday actually in Bangor, Maine, and so show him some support. He's a good guy,
Gray's a good guy, dude.
He's a good guy, and I wish the best for him. He's had a couple rough fights, but I think this is his chance to get back on target and do his thing. So I'm rooting for him.
So
everybody else tune in.
Look, let me talk about kids for a second. If kids, obviously kids look up to you and probably idolize you, like Robin Williams was your idol. So how do kids get into your sport, and what do you recommend for a young man to get in, or young man or young girl to get into MMA or Strikeforce, or where should they start?
Strikeforce is done.
Well, okay, well,
MMA, yeah, mixed martial arts. I mean, I really. There's a lot of good gyms around these days, and so you want to get with the best guys around, and the best you can, and wrestling too. Wrestling, there's no discipline like wrestling. It just breeds a certain toughness. If you can get over the singlet and stop being so self-conscious about your little package, boys. Be a man, put the singlet on, and learn how to wrestle. It installs a different kind of discipline and confidence in kids that. A big college because he found MMA more lucrative. There's nothing to really pursue at that point.
Right.
There's no professional outlet, and so
that's it.
Any kind of wrestling background, it's different. It creates the toughness it breeds. It's like nothing else.
Did you always know you wanted to go in this direction, or did you have surfing as something you wanted to follow your brother's footsteps and surf? Because you're an excellent surfer too.
Yeah, skateboarding and surfing was a huge part. I was always looking for a professional outlet, and I just knew I was tougher than everybody else. And when I started winning, on a national level, I realized that. And in jiu-jitsu, and I knew I could fight on the streets because I've been in a couple scuffles. My brother never knew nothing about
all
that.
All the grown-ups would come up to me and be all, "Do you know what your brother did last night?" Like, he just knocked out 2 guys and, did this, that. And I'd be like, what the? So then I'd go to him and I'd be like,
but they deserved it. They deserved it.
I was protecting myself.
I can't say what else he did, but it was pretty heavy.
What's the situation now with boxing versus MMA? It seems like MMA is passing it by.
Popularity is way more in the MMA world. People grow up. The talent pool is draining itself from boxing because it's like these guys growing up. It's like they want to handicap fight as a boxer. There's good money to be made, and if you're at the elite level, the very top at the top. But most people, they want to do everything. They want to. They're inspired to be an MMA fighter, not a boxer. It's phasing out a little bit, but. I still enjoy boxing in certain fights.
I heard that statistically, boxing is actually more harmful on the human body than MMA fighting.
Oh, completely. MMA, it's like when you catch a guy, they're gonna come in and stop the fight. With boxing, you get a 10 count, and so you knock a guy out, and then he gets 10 seconds to recover. And then it's like 15 seconds, overall, and then he gets back in, and they try to knock him out again, and then he gets 10 seconds to recover. And all that repetitive, those repetitive concussions, those will really hurt you. Plus, not to mention that they used to have like 15 rounds back in the day, and now it's down to 12. So you're taking all these punches. So many rounds rather than
Realistically, you could have 3 or 4 MMA fights in one boxing match. If somebody's really getting beat.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Definitely. Plus, there's so many. It's so much more dynamic in MMA too. There's not just punching; it's kicking, and then there's the grappling aspect of things. So you're not
right.
It's so many ways to finish your opponent rather than just sit there and punch each other in the head, which creates all that brain damage and everything. So there's a lot more. You're beating up legs, you're beating up the body, you're beating up things.
Right. There's no arm bar
versus
boxing.
just going straight after the
tenderizing the whole body.
Question. Go ahead.
I was going to ask Matt. Do you do jiu-jitsu training?
No, I don't.
Have you ever before?
No.
Only on Cinco de Mayo.
I taught him a lesson Cinco de Mayo in the harbor.
He tapped out.
I practice on Luke once in a while.
You're listening to the Off
That was
the
a
Radio
referee
Show.
stoppage.
We are broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. We are streaming live on the surfchannel.com. I want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring the show tonight. I want to thank our Chris, our engineer. We'll be right back after this very short break.
Santa Cruz own beautiful De La Vega Golf Course offers you 18 or 9 holes and a lighted driving range that has 40 stalls, so you're almost guaranteed a spot. Check out their great deal. You can buy a county discount card and save each time you play. The card is just $50, and that lets you save around 25% of green fees for 1 year from the date of purchase. Head professional Tim Blaustalot and his staff invite you to come and play one of the finest golf courses in Northern California. For further information, go to delavegagolf.com or book your tee time by calling 831-423-7214.
Save the Waves Coalition and Surf Rider Santa Cruz chapter are partnering to host a beach cleanup as part of the Santa Cruz World Surfing Reserve initiative. Join us next Saturday, July 19th at Seabright State Beach from 11 to 1. We've also teamed up with our friends at Borreo Skateboards, the world's first skateboard made from 100% recycled ocean plastics. By collecting used fishing nets and turning them into rippable skateboards, Borreo is helping us to keep the oceans clean. Again, join us at Seabright for a chance to win one of these awesome boards, and visit us at www.savethewaves.org for more info.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu, and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO. Here with the Rockhold brothers, Luke and Matt. Matt, your greatest achievement surfing was? Highlight of your surfing career.
I'd probably say the cover of Surfer.
When was that?
For sure. 2003.
Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I was with Nate Lawrence down at the studio.
Right.
Down at Moss, and it was a barrel shot. And it was definitely, a definite highlight, of what I did. And obviously the air shows were super fun too.
Right.
And, the year that Rat he was #1, he was the world champ, it was definitely, I rode his coattails, and I was like, second, until the end, till the last contest at Pipe. They had an air show at Pipe.
How was that?
The final was right before the Pipe Masters final.
Right.
So they go, it's 10 feet, and they're all go do some airs right before the final of the Pipe Masters final. So we went out there, and I basically just rode some waves with these 6 other guys, and I didn't even do one air the whole thing. So
a chop hop at the end or something.
I didn't even do that. Dude. I was just psyched to get Pipe and actually ride some waves with no one out. So yeah, I dropped that year to 5th, but whatever. It was a fun year. So
good time.
The air shows are fun. Cover was really good, and Transworld too.
5th in the world's really not that bad,
No, it's pretty good.
Let's not talk down on it.
Hey, currently you're 5th in the world.
Hey.
Luke, what's the highlight of your career been so far? Could you say?
Times caught for performance enhancing drugs, 0.
0. Is that a big issue in the sport?
It's
pretty bad right now. It's pretty bad, I mean, realistically, winning the Strikeforce World Championship from Jacare was definitely my deal, no doubt. But we have a problem.
If you get, is that kind of a private matter? If somebody tests and they're juiced, it doesn't seem, you don't hear a lot about that from a fan standpoint.
In golfing, it is apparently. I mean,
Talking Dustin Johnson, do you think?
Dustin Johnson. It's a really hush sport from what I'm learning. I heard a lot of guys get caught from this and there, but they.
And is it that way with you in your sport?
I mean, our sport's so much more serious. I mean, they're golfing, they're hitting golf balls. I mean, we're out there hurting each other, and this is to be, on a performance-enhancing drug versus another human being, like a mano. Like, come on. I mean, if any sport should be regulated, it's ours. And certain guys get away with it. They some guys have scientists. You know what I mean? They had the TRT issue where they could use the TRT and be under that limit. So that gives them an opportunity to do all the steroids in the world, and then they have their scientists wean them down so they pass that certain level. These guys are a joke, and it's a huge problem in the sport. It's starting to clean up though. They outlawed TRT, so I mean that's a step in the right direction. And
at what point do you make money in your sport? I mean, the top 10.
Top 10. I mean, beyond that, sometimes it depends on who you are and how marketable you are.
Okay, so is there a huge group below that to try to make it to the top? Is this obviously trying to cheat and get their way up there as quick as they can, or any way they can?
Some people, I actually feel for, which are at the tail end of the career and they don't really have anything else going, and they have a family to support, and they lose 1-2 fights, and they need, to support their family, and their last resort is to do steroids to try to keep the dream alive and support their family. Or you almost feel for them.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing to TC? What is that supposed to be?
We're an orchestra.
I'm juiced up right now, man. No, I was scared last time. I had to get work out. I was going to use. I just thought of Danica Patrick. Like one of the biggest names in NASCAR, and she hasn't won a race yet.
Yeah.
So, but
she should probably get on steroids.
I think she needs to do something. But
I think Tony Stewart's on steroids. What do you think?
If we're going to go that route right now, I just want to say, as a race car driver, you never get out of your car, and so I truly. Do not believe Tony Stewart had anything intentionally to do with that. I'm just going to lay it on the line right now, but you're told not to get out of your car, and so that's a tragedy, and it's very sad, but at the same time, you cannot blame Tony Stewart for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we got the race car guy. You know.
Can you inform all of us here? I'm sorry. I should know more because of my.
Really quick, for anyone who's not knowing, there was a sprint car race Friday night, and Tony Stewart and another driver got in a tangle, and the driver jumped out of his car when he stopped and ran down the track to confront Tony Stewart as he drove by. And they were the winged sprint cars, and you have horrible visibility from a winged sprint car.
Oh my God.
And they don't steer well when they're going slow, because what happens is the wing is up there to create downforce. So the faster you go, the more the car pushes against the ground, the more control you have. They do not drive well going slow, and there's horrible visibility. Very dark corner, black driver, suit, black helmet, and he got run over and passed away. And this happened Friday night.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart ran him over.
Tony Stewart's gnarly though, yeah.
Well, he has kind of a bad boy reputation, so I think instantly the country has kind of thrown him under the bus. But as a race car driver myself, you do not get out of your car. And that's a horrible mistake this young gentleman made by getting out of his car and running down to the track to create a conflict. You do that in the pits.
Oh my God.
So after the race, you get out and you sock each other up, and everybody pulls you back, and that's how you.
You ever done that too soon?
No, I haven't done that yet. I did get disqualified for retaliation on the track this year, though.
Good boy.
Yeah, and so. Well, a kid roughed me up when I was racing, and then I didn't think I retaliated, but I guess I smashed them, and they disqualified me.
Luke, where can your fans go to see you? So you're on Instagram, Facebook. What do you got going on? Website. Where do we go see you?
Yeah, check me out. I got a website, rockholdmma.com. I got my Instagram, Luke Rockhold. My Twitter, same.
How many people like you on Instagram? What are we up to?
A few.
37,000 or something.
I got 37.
No, you got 36, buddy.
We'll find.
You'd have more if you took those glasses off.
I can't do that, dude.
You'll find Matt cruising out of the harbor at about 5:30 tomorrow morning.
I've been up since 4, dude.
You're right. Yeah, you've been listening to the Off Lip Radio Show here with the Rockhold Brothers. I want to thank them for coming on the show tonight. It's been awesome.
Yeah, great show.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Catching up with these guys. Right now, we're heading down to the Point Chop House. If you're looking for comfort, cocktails, and a great neighborhood spot, get to the Point Chop House on Portola Avenue. Nightly drink and dinner specials. What do you think? Beer and a hamburger?
They have ice cold Stella.
Pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Where TC and I head off the show. Maybe Luke and Matt want to come with us tonight.
Yeah, let's go.
And next week's guest, he's back. You ready?
I'm ready.
You're going to need a bigger freaking boat.
Oh, boy.
Sean Van Sumeren coming back on the show from the Pelagic Shark Institute.
Shark Week.
It's Shark Week, and we are getting involved. We're going to see where they're at. For you paddleboarders paddling around, paddling around.
Shark bait.
Hey, I saw a great white tear up a seal right in front of us the other day.
Wow.
Everything I've ever seen.
Maybe we got to have him on.
Dude.
Well, let's hear the, speaking of this, baby.
Matt, you're coming back next week, buddy.
I could not believe it. It was like...
It's Shark Week. You're coming back next week. We want to hear that story.
I could not believe you didn't film that and show your brother.
I tried to. I actually have kind of a clip. You can see what's going on. But
Sean Van Sumeren next week from the Pelagic Shark Institute.
Sean has some great stories.
Great stories. Going to have some great pictures on Facebook. He knows where the shark. He knows where every single shark is in the Monterey Bay and up towards San Francisco. He knows where they're at. He knows the damn names.
I heard they're all at Pleasure Point.
They're down in New Brighton by the cement boat, my friend. This is Neil TC with the Update Radio Show. Thank you for listening. We know you had a choice. We appreciate you listening to us. And we'll see you next week with our own version of Shark Week. Dun, dun.
Your source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. AM 1080, KSCO.